Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea and I'll get my ping pong. This is getting heavy, can't hear the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this beat chain like money. This go all alone, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm diamond, you know I glow. Hey, so let's go. Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, bring a friend, join the crowd, whoever wanna come along. Word up, talk, just move right up the wall. Day night, sky's the light, so we dance to the breakdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got the medicine, so you should keep your eyes on the ball.
This is getting heavy, can you hear the bass? Boom, I'm ready. Levi's, chillin', honey, yeah, this bitch chain like money. At this go overload, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm down, you know I glow. And let's go! Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Life is dynamite. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Life is dynamite. Shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, eh. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, eh. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, eh. Light it up like dynamite. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, eh. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, eh. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, eh. Light it up like dynamite. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shine. With a little funky soul. I'ma light it up like dynamite. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like dynamite. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like dynamite. Shining through the city with a little funky soul. I'ma light it up like dynamite. Oh.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Oh, Miss Kimball, you are here. Awesome.
Good morning.
Hey. Hi, everybody. Welcome to morning meeting. I don't know, I'm by myself.
Oh,
I'm gonna take the risk. I don't know if it's okay. Shh. Don't
I'm
tell
not-
all 49 people plus all the classrooms that are broadcasting us that are watching right now. Good morning. Welcome to morning meeting. Let's see. Let's get into it. So you know what's going on and why I'm running the morning meeting. Very a little scared, a little nervous. And this is why the juniors are taking the SATs today. So juniors, if you are taking the SAT, you should not be in morning meeting. And if you are here, you are late for SAT. Although if you're one of the handful that are not coming in, you can stay and watch. So good morning, everybody. How are you doing today, Miss Kimball?
I'm good. in the teacher's room, which has become my new location between
Excellent.
classes.
It looks nice. I see
Yeah.
shimmering, glittering things behind you.
I think that was Miss Mosher.
Because the whiteboards are kind of bland here. So I needed an interesting background. All right. Baseball tryouts are happening on April 26th at 4:30 at Jefferson Field. And if you don't know where that is, that's 10 Grotto Glen Road in Jamaica Plain. And you can always reach out to the coaches if you need more information. And there's a form. Oh, we're probably going to put that in the chat, huh?
Yeah, I can do that.
So
I will put in the chat the softball interest form. If you are interested in playing softball this year with Coach Bartow and Miss Bullock, fill in the form. It does say 1920 in the form, but I think that's probably just because they didn't use it last year. So it is the correct form. I'll put that in the chat.
yeah, we didn't get enough of 2020, right?
Exactly.
Or maybe we did. All right. Staff members, this is for you. And I love seeing so many of you in the chat. We're hoping to see some of you in the summer school teaching positions. You must apply for them on Talent Ed for the summer school program. And I've heard Miss Petty say you should apply even if you're still a little bit on the fence and you're maybe apply, because it's easier to apply and then not do it than to want to do it and not having had apply. I can talk crazy like that because I'm an English teacher. It's my excuse for everything. All right. For 12th graders, Miss Germa is available to meet with you if you are a senior to review financial aid award letters. If you want to get in touch with her, she can meet with you and talk to you about what your options are after high school. And May 1st is National College Decision Day. So if you haven't made those decisions yet, we can't wait to hear what your plans are for next year. And You Aspire, also for 12th graders, You Aspire is offering virtual financial aid help events. Here are the dates: April 14th, the 27th, the 4th, and the 6th. I'm going to give you a second to screenshot that in case you need this information. You should register, however, and you can invite parents, caretakers, folks from your after school programs. So if you have an adult that you need to attend this with you, you can do that. So 2 more seconds for you to take that screenshot.
And I put in the chat a link to the registration as well.
Look at that. Miss Kimball, you are fantastic. It is true, everything they say about you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Oh, I keep doing this. Can you still see it?
Yeah, we're good.
It keeps flipping over to not being shared. All right. 10th grade cohort 7 and 8. All right, get excited. Woo! I feel like we need cheerleaders on this. Your Mentor 2.0 virtual event will be Wednesday. That's tomorrow, right? April 14th. So tomorrow at 5:30 p.m., your Mentor 2.0 virtual event. Make sure you RSVP on iMentor. And this is mandatory if you have a mentor. It's always sad for your mentor to be there and you're not there. Ms. Webley is looking forward to seeing all of you there. All right. Summer job spotlights. Miss Kimball, would you like to read these for me?
Sure. There is a City Spotlight Summer Leadership Program. They're seeking teens interested in arts and social justice. I should have the link, but I don't think I do. We sent it out last week. But if you are interested in applying for this, it's a great program. Just let us know.
And there is another slide, I think, with that information.
Oh, good.
But no link still.
No link. I'll let them read that for a moment. It's both in person and virtual, which is important to note.
And it's a youth employment program. So you will earn minimum wage, but up to 25 hours a week, which isn't bad. And you'll design and facilitate workshops for your peers in Boston. So pretty exciting. Starts July 6th.
The Sheriff's Department is also holding a summer enrichment program, which I can't read. Okay, now I can read. This program welcomes 20 participants to intern at the Suffolk County Sheriff's Department to learn more about pursuing a career in law enforcement. You'll work 21 hours per week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 4. It's a paid internship and it begins Wednesday, July 7th. And minimum wage, which is $13.50 an hour right now.
This is not bad.
No.
All right. And this one from Pick.
If you are interested in PIC, it would make sense for you to reach out to Mr. Queen, who I think has been posting on Google Classroom, I see for the sophomores. But these are the steps that you'll want to take in order to get a job for this summer. First thing would be to connect with Mr. Queen and discuss your options. Once you apply, the next thing you'll do is interview.
All right. Before we start Mind and Body All In, I want to welcome the juniors who are here who are not taking the SAT. And Jolynn, I see your question in the chat. I did confirm with Ms. Rodriguez, because your teachers are proctoring the SAT exam, you do not have classes today. So I hope it's because you have registered to take the May SAT, but you don't have classes today. And Mr. Tan also answered that. All right. Coach Bobby is not here, but we're going to do Mind and Body All In. Do you want to split these with me, Ms. Kimball?
I did not sign up for this, but sure.
I was told Ms. Kimball will be there. She will help you in any way you would like.
That's right.
Was I misinformed?
No, you're good.
And you know what? I think that on a side note about this, none of us can be Coach Bobby. I wish I could be Coach Bobby. But I will say that it speaks to what Mind and Body All In is about. It's about teamwork. It's about focus. And so just as Coach Bobby inspires all of us, I think that dig deep, everybody. I want you guys to really think positively and to do that. So I don't want to skip the segment. And I'm going to channel you all in the chat to be repeating the mantras as we go through them today. Oh, and there is no, I didn't. So you know what? We're just gonna think positivity.
We are.
And I want you to just say, today is going to be a great day. Today is going
to be a great day.
And I think even yesterday, you know, in my class, we do a fist to five. And what the fist to five is about is how are you feeling on a scale of 0 to 5? And, you know, yesterday somebody came into my class and they were like, I'm at a 2. My throat hurts. I got tested. It's not COVID, but I feel horrible. And they said, just by being in this space for a second, they started to feel a little bit better. And by the time they left, they weren't at a 5, but they were at a 4. They had a great day. They had a great experience. This was an outside guest. They met some students who really, really impressed them. And they were so glad to be in the space. So when you have that mindset, even when you come in and you're not feeling so great, you can elevate yourself. So one more time, today is going to be
a great day. Awesome. I liked that story. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just messaged Mr. Furtado, hoping that, I just read Mr. Furtado's name in the chat. Mr. Polat, hoping that he would come for the interview.
Oh, because you knew what next my plan B was.
I know. At least I'm being interviewed, if not.
Which you're interesting. And besides, we know half of the stories.
Yes.
So we want to get the other half of the story. Here's Mr. Pola.
Oh, saved by the bell.
Saved. All right, so let's see. I'll put up the sign. Hi, Mr. Odette. Mr. Pola, sorry, Odette Pola.
I'm on mute. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me now?
Yes, all right, we're gonna set this up so you.
Sorry, my technical skills are not anything to write home about.
No problem. It's great to see you. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Good. Usually when I do these, I have a little cheat sheet in front of me, but I don't have it today
I
because
can put it in the chat.
we'll just wing it because people tell me interesting things and we go from there. So thank you for joining us today, though. It's so exciting. I'm going to have you introduce yourself and let us know where you're from, where did you go to high school, and before we do that, a little bit about what do you do here at EMK?
So, hi, everybody. I'm sure everybody knows me. I'm Mr. Polat. I am the health assisting teacher, 1 and 2, and later on the EMT program as well. Where am I from? I'm from Israel. I'm sure you all know that by now. I'm from Israel. I was born in a city called Haifa. Good luck pronouncing that.
Haifa.
Yeah, very good. I went to a high school. I can mention the name, but it's not going to help. It's called Bosmat. It was kind of a technical school. I loved my high school. It was a great experience for me. Yeah.
So a technical school. Now, a lot of times technical schools raise thoughts of shop classes and folks with woodworking or auto shop repair. Is that what we're talking about? Or
So yes, I went to a program. It's mechanical control. It was a beginning of mechanical engineer. I like working with machinery. I like working with my hands. So it was right up my alley.
So how did we get from there?
Yeah. So in the army, I started serving as with one unit, and then I got to be a medic. That's when I was exposed to the medical field, and I decided I want to pursue that even more than the other part. And I'm hoping to combine both of them at some point. But right now, I went with the medical field.
So maybe like building hospitals, combining them, or
You're right.
not sure. You have such a fan club in the chat. You are the best. People who miss you, people who have amazing stories. Oh, folks are there's requests from the people, so maybe it's a good thing I don't have a script. So what are some of the stories? First of all, you talked about your time in the Army, and I believe in Israel, it's required that every citizen, male or female, serve in the Army. Is that correct?
Yes. You are required. It's mandatory. You have to serve. Right now, it went down to 2 years and 8 months, but when I was there, it was 3 years. You had to serve for 3 years. Men, 3 years. Women was 2 years and 8 months. Now it's going to be about 2.5 years. Yeah, it is mandatory. At the age of 18, you have to enlist in the Army. Yeah.
And so what was that like for you?
Emotionally, it wasn't easy because you move from being a drop in a cup of water into a drop in the ocean. So you're not, you're just a number. Okay. You became from being Oded, you became soldier number so-and-so. So emotionally, it wasn't easy. It took a while to get used to it. Suddenly, you don't get to go home every day, and you don't get to eat the food that you want to eat, and you don't get to wake up when you want to wake up, and when you have to wake up, there are specific drills you have to do. So emotionally, it wasn't easy. Later on, it became more fun. Yeah, later on, it was more fun. Of course, there were good times and bad times.
Okay.
Yeah, not easy for kind of a teenager. I was 18 years old, so I was kind of a teenager to go into that frame, but it's good.
So how did you transition afterwards? Where did you go to college? And what was that like? And how did, again, you talked about the experience in service making you think about doing a health career. But tell me a little bit about that transition.
So after I went to the medic course in the army, I made an attempt at the Israeli MIT. I spent about 6 months over there. It was way too difficult for me. And then I tried to volunteer. I like volunteering. I tried to volunteer on an ambulance in Israel. It didn't work because a lot of people volunteered over there. And then I decided to come to this country. So I came here when I was about 25, if I'm not mistaken. And I became an EMT here. So I had more success in this country than in my own country. I became an EMT, and then I went to UMass Boston for nursing. In between, I worked as a CNA and other jobs in the medical field. And then I became a school nurse. So in between, I was a visiting nurse, and then I became a school nurse for 3 years. And then I decided that I want to give teaching a shot. I was always told I should be a teacher since I was younger. So I decided, let's give it a shot. Lucky for me, Dr. Walker Gregory accepted me, and here I am.
Excellent. And you, again, your fan club is saying how lucky EMK is to have you. And so we appreciate you being here. So you have all these experiences. We have programs that do just CNA, just EMT. What advice would you give to students at EMK who are considering these different, not only just these different pathways, but also long-term different careers?
So they both are very good in giving you experience, vital experience, hands-on experience with a patient. The question is, if you absolutely don't see yourself working in the field I'm talking about, not in a medical facility, then EMT is the way for you to go. You can keep on becoming a paramedic and maybe go into the fire department. That would be great. If you absolutely don't see yourself as someone who wants or someone who doesn't want to work in the field, then CNA is a great job. There's so many opportunities in the medical field, and everybody starts somewhere, and a CNA is a great way to start.
What are, again, I want to get to some of these stories. So what was one of the, what is the experience that you had in the field, either as an EMT or a CNA, that really sort of stays with you?
I have a couple. One woman I know that she wanted to take her own life, and fire department actually had to break into the apartment. And I remember we walked in, and she was still conscious, and she was very feisty. And on the way to the hospital, she lost consciousness, and I had to treat her on the spot with something that I've never done before, and it was quite stressful. But at the end, it worked. It worked just fine. So that's one story that stuck in my mind. There are other stories about people who were not so fortunate. If they, a woman who drowned, and we had to try and treat her. And at the end, we had to leave the hospital not knowing if she made it or not, because we had another call, so we had to just keep going. So it gets to you, but you need to learn to deal with it and just move on.
Yeah. How do you do that? I mean, I know even as an English teacher, I'll get an essay from time to time that will shake me. A student will write something that's so compelling. And I have had student essays that I've cried for like 2 days over, and it's an essay. I can't imagine, how do you steel yourself to be able to have an experience? I'm sure the good news stories balance it out, but when you see somebody or you lose somebody, how do you emotionally cope with that?
So you have a lot of support. It's a well-known phenomenon that EMTs see not the most pleasant sights. So you get a lot of support from peers, from people above you. There are services that can assist you with that. as someone once said, you kind of have to emotionally find the boundary where you're going to detach yourself from the situation. It's their emergency, not yours. It's tricky. I don't think there is any EMT who doesn't take it home. But you have to learn to put a boundary and say, I did not cause that. I did my best. If it worked, great. If it didn't, I did my best.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's respect. That's amazing. A little bird in the chat says you thought about being a veterinarian at one point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love animals. I actually devoted a big part of my army vacations to go and volunteer with in an animal shelter back home. Yeah, I love animals. I had animals throughout my life. Yeah, I wanted to be a vet, but I don't think my grades were high enough to be accepted. There's not. I looked into it. I think there are 11 vet schools in the whole country, and yeah, at some point I decided that I'm going to give that up. I wanted to become a chiropractor, a vet, or a nurse. I decided to go with nursing, and we'll see. We'll see what happens next.
Okay. Well, you've done so many things. One of the questions we ask, if you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be or what would you do?
I have a great passion for acupuncture. Yeah, and I'm planning on getting my master's in acupuncture down the road. Maybe PhD, I don't know, but definitely acupuncture. That's my real passion. Yeah.
The only medical treatment that ever made me involuntarily curse. I've had it a couple of times. I'm not a fan.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was wacky. So my famous question to end on, what is your favorite color and why?
My favorite color? Oh, I'll probably go with blue because it's my son's favorite color. So it's a safe choice.
No problem. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Thank you for coming into morning meeting. I'm like your fan club now. I want to hear more stories, but thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
All right. So thank you. That was great.
We are lucky we didn't have me interviewed today. I don't want to follow that.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, geez. I think green. It reminds me of nature, but it's also calming.
Beautiful. All right. We want to do some student shout outs before we wrap up for the day. Can you help me with some pronunciations?
I can try.
All right, because that's your side, I believe.
Yes, I believe these are ninth graders.
Okay. So shout out to everyone who has grown in U.S. history. Do you want to go for the names?
Sure. Davon, Patricia, Jerica, Styles, Jada, Derling, Wilbert, and Aaliyah.
Great, thank you. And shout out to the EMK faculty and staff who are teaching 2 different classes at the same time while taking attendance, making calls home, and remaining cheerful. Cohorts, shout out to cohorts 1 and 4 for presenting effective arguments during the class debates. Shout out for Morales Aponte for bringing her grades up before quarter 3 ended. Is that from Morales? Did you?
You know what? We should encourage this, shouting out yourself.
Awesome. Morales is here in person and I love it. I get to see her every day. And she'll even pop on camera, which is really funny because it doesn't necessarily help me, but it's really nice for the folks at home. So I'll shout out Morales. And for all the seniors, oh, look at this. The seniors sent these out. This is nice. Jasmani shouts out the seniors for pushing through a tough time and trying to stay motivated. You guys, it is close. You can taste it. So really, really do stay focused. We're almost there. And everybody have a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you for joining us. And that's it. Glad to see you. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, Dr. Fubu.
Thanks, Ms. Kimball, for joining us and helping out.
Of course. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Polat.
All right. I don't have music to send us out. So we're just going to end this way this week. All right. Bye, everybody.